Thank you for joining us. My name is Chris Daboul, founder of Esperlux. We're coming to you from Watches and Wonders 2024. We are at Liseberg, where the AHCI is exhibiting. And joining me is Vianney Halter, legendary watchmaker, mystical watchmaker. How are you today, sir? Good to see you.
Very fine. Thank you. Nice to see you too, again.
How is the exhibit for you?
Yeah.
This is what, the third year now for the Academy?
Third. Yeah, in Geneva.
How do you feel? Do you like it? Do you feel the energy is good, better this year in the last couple of years?
Better. I think it's now getting more and more nice feeling for this fair. Since Basel disappeared, Geneva became more and more in a light and in focus to spend time and to meet our market, our customer, and also to take the feeling about what is happening in watchmaking.
Yeah, it's true. I've been here the last couple of years. In 2022, I couldn't make it. My daughter was born, but I was here last year. As here this year, and I think there's just so much energy. There's so much excitement around, independent watchmaking, especially over the last few years. And more so here at the AHCI, where some yourself, Kari, Ludovic, Sylvain, you've got so many really interesting, Sven Anderson, right? So many interesting faces that you see here. The second you walk in, Philippe Dufour is there, right?
Yeah.
Legendary watchmakers and independent watchmaking. And so it's a breath of fresh air to see everybody so excited and so pumped up to be here.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, but it's Basel was one time.
Yeah.
And because things happen, Basel disappeared.
It feels forever ago, right?
Yeah. And it was a long story for me. I exhibited 13 times in Basel. I started in '98, and I never at this time I never imagined this fair and these things will disappear in the future, because it was the mess of watchmaking every year. But at the end, this disappeared, and no one's understood really what will happen for the next.
Yeah. And well, especially for, I think, the Academy, because the Academy was just a very small part of Basel.
Academy is particular because it's a group of people working at the end together to support and to promote our independent point of view.
Yes.
And it's another side of the industry. And like Palexpo, where you find a very big brand with a very heavy financial support for advertising, for images. Okay, we are a small group, and for many years, independent watchmaker were under the light and survive in this world. And I survived for many years and for decades. At the end now, something happened for the independent watchmaker. More attention with the new generation, new collectors looking for different things. Okay, you are still interested by what is happening at Patek or something like this, Vacheron and these other brands. But below that and under this world, you have also some room to grow some new things.
To see innovation, to see creativity, to see things that are a different point of view. Absolutely.
Yeah. And for that, I'm surprised, because a lot of young people coming now in this world are getting more success than myself.
It's a lot easier today than it was 20 years ago.
I know now. A lot of people knows me because I started a long time ago, and I started with a very deep-phased point of view about watchmaking. Yeah. But for the new generation, it's easier.
Yeah.
And for me, it's nice because it was a target for us.
Yeah.
And if it is easier for the new generation with a new point of view, new energy, new way to create things, that support us, the old generation, and that support also the motivation for the next one.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of really beautiful things and different point of views and different perspective on creativity and innovation. You presented something this year that certainly caught my eye, and I'm sure caught the eyes of many people. Tell us a little bit about this beautiful new iteration on the Classic.
The new Classic, yes. I made the Classic because it was also one possibility 2 decades ago to have one piece not too expensive for people looking my style. I decided to start the Classic with the style of the 19th century, environment of the gold age of iron with rivets,
Yes.
construction, crazy construction at the end of the 19th century, like Eiffel Tower, complicated bridges and the building. But now we jumped in the 20th century, and what touched me in this time, it was a very short period with a point of view about futuristic, positive humans' life. And for me, it was Art Deco time.
Art Deco.
Yeah, and more speed, faster, better, with a lot of discover in science, technology, to go for the best.
Yeah.
And also for the function of furniture, tools, straighter than before, where you have so much curve.
Yeah. And so we see that here. We see that
typically.
here in the dial of the watch. We see that here with the numerals, obviously, reminiscent of Art Deco numerals. And
typically for the rayon de gloire, the ray of glory, and the hands, because the hands came from the 19th century, but in the 19th century, everything was round. Here is the same one, plume style, with the sharp
feather
things.
style. That's right.
Exact. And also behind, you have some structure to fill the ground, the base, where you put some 3D construction to build things.
Yes.
And it's why I spend so much time for each details, like the stud around the bezel. At the beginning it was round, at the end it's a simple one, but it was one step. And now it's typically streamlined.
That's right.
Filling.
And what we have is an element of hand engraving, of diamond cutting. You've titanium oxidation. Oxidation. And of course, the beautiful finishing on this exceptional case, which is made internally at your atelier, at your crazy shop, as I call it, the wonderful world of Vianney Halter up in Saint Croix.
The things with the style and the design, it's also very interesting for me, because I can make a very complicated technical device and a kinetic animation with traditional skill to finish everything and to assemble everything. But at the end, I'm not close in the technical world of watchmaking. I like the design. Is why in '98 the Antiqua was a stupid piece, and 25 years ago this piece is an iconic watch.
It is an iconic watch of independent watchmaking.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You never know. And typically, from my skill and my point of view, inside the design, you can also explain what is watchmaking, typically for that.
Oh, it's tremendous. And in terms of the movement, it's an automatic movement with the rotor around...
Mystery rotor.
Mystery rotor, that's right. So you see all of the beautiful movement that's exposed here. So a titanium case and a titanium bezel, priced at 79,000 Swiss francs. 60 hours power reserve? What's 48 hours?
65, yes.
65 hours in a 40 millimeter case today?
40 millimeters, quite thin for this one, less than 7 millimeters.
And in total at your workshop, you're producing no more than 30 watches a year. So maybe, who knows how many you'll be able to produce every year. This is combination between Deep Space, Classic, as well as the Trio and the Resonance.
Yes, so. And we want to master and to control also our product and the quality and what we are selling. And even if the success is quite strong, I want to check everything. And also I want to master every step to get the top quality.
That's great.
Because I don't want to make the concession or to to give some part of my career and my point of view about watchmaking.
Tremendous. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
it's
you.
great to see you.
Yeah, it's
really
always a
appreciate it. It's
pleasure.
always a pleasure. Congratulations. Absolutely
Thank you.
fantastic. I love it. It's great. And
Yeah,
I'm very
I
happy
hope
for you.
more than you will love it.
All right. Well, thanks again for joining us. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye for now.